Okay, let's add the kick drum now. So in EDM and festival house, the kick drum is essential. If you don't have a good kick drum, your track is just going to fail. Guaranteed. Basically, you can have a great melody. In fact, there's a lot of songs that I can mention that I won't that have a great melody, a fantastic breakdown melody, and a really good build. The energy's there, and then the kick drum at the drop is just lacking, and it doesn't have a good follow through as far as the build up and then the drop is concerned. Um, Making sure that you have a proper kick drum is essential. So I strongly advise you to pick a quality sample, whether you're going to be digging through sample packs to find a good kick drum or using a drum machine. Just make sure that you pick a quality kick to begin with. It's more of a rule by my standards for sample packs rather than drum machines. Because if you're gonna be resampling off of a drum machine, it's probably already pretty processed decently already. But with sample packs, I advise you to use Vengeance sample packs. Those are really popular for a reason because the quality of their kick drums is second to none. And there's not a lot of processing that needs to be done with it. It's kind of another thing that I like to emphasize is that don't spend a lot of time processing your kick or your drums for that matter because it's just a lot of wasted time when you could have just chosen a better kick drum to begin with, and then you won't be as frustrated with the drums because they already sound good and ready to go, and you can move on from that section of the track. So I like to use reFX Nexus 3, and I'll show you why. We're going to drag this onto my resample rack I have here set up here. Let's go ahead and throw that on here. Okay, this thing is great because you get to hear kicks and everything in ideas already that Nexus has provided for you, and they're called sequences. Now, sequences are basically kind of full ideas that have maybe an 8-bar section of the drop, and you can hear how the kick is going to sound in context with the rest of the track. So let's go down to EDM 6, for example, and then we're going to go to sequence, and then you're going to hear some ideas that this VST has already provided for us. That one's pretty good. So I like the low end of that kick drum right there. And then what's cool about this is that you just open up the preset here, go to layers, and then I could single out all of the layers except for the kick drum. So I don't want to use the kick drum. I don't want to use the rest of the kit because obviously, you want to be creating your own song here. But we all got to grab the drums from somewhere, whether they're sample packs or resample from another song sometimes, or you're creating your own out of a VST like I am here. Now this one's already ready to go, basically. That's why I like this VST a lot because this is made by reFX, I call it. I think it's reFX, it doesn't really matter. They make Nexus too, obviously. Vengeance, I believe, is part of the same company now. Maybe they're owned by the same company. Anyways, they both have really quality, ready to go samples as far as EDM and electronic music production. They're pretty much an industry standard for a reason. Yeah, that's not a lot of processing needed on that kick. So what's cool about this is that I can choose. You can hear how when I press the key, it changes the kick. So that's a F key or F kick, G kick, A kick, so forth. So we can find a nice key we want to work in here. F minor, or sorry, F sharp minor. Yeah, let's go with that. So we're going to resample that kick right there. Let's go ahead and record. All right. And simply just drag it out like so. Let's just grab it like that. All right, and then I have an audio track routed below it that's going to capture the output of this into audio. So I can go ahead and just arm it and hit record. Oh, that one cut off. Who cares? We don't need it anyways. And then there is my audio for my kick that I'm going to drag down to my kick channel here. Color code it. And then there's our kick layer. And it's already gain stage down to -16. When I resample it, I sample it at the original volume right here. So my utility is at 0 here. And then it's down here at -16 here, just so I don't double gain stages, so it's super low, just so I can see the waveform more easily as well. Okay, so we have our kick drum ready to go. Like I said, there's not a lot of processing needed on this kick drum. I could later, however, make a small cut to it if I want to make room for the kick or for the sub layer. In a lot of house, sometimes the kick takes all the low end, and then there is no sub. There's only like a mid-range bass that you have a side chain going on with it and the kick drum. But we don't know what's going to work better yet until I get to the bass line. And until I do, we're going to leave it unprocessed for now. If I need to process it with the bass line, you'll see that in the bass line video.